Oh. Yeah. They're graduated from 1 to 10. I see Channel 1. That's what I heard.
Could have asked me about that, so put me on the spot. I planned on asking for your guys' support in my extension. You guys put me on the spot again. These guys got to stop.
Like a new door. Usually turn it. Usually they take it down for this one. That's that. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Did you hear him?
No. Does that move back?
We're not here, it's in here.
Hey, Tina.
I hear you.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I hear, I do too.
Nice when I said that.
The mother stopped by my house yesterday. I went to high school there. No.
Somebody
Yeah, but at least yours is, you can have a legitimate conversation with him. You're just going to walk in just fresh out of bed and you're good.
And
I haven't heard anything's been filed yet. We only need 7.
He has the conservative party supposedly. He's looking for the Republicans, but the Republicans that I talked to, they don't know anything about it.
oh, really?
Kevin said they weren't going to endorse it.
God, I hope not. We're in big trouble.
Down 60, they missed the curve.
Even though I don't agree with you all the time, God. We're good.
Oh my God.
We worked our ass off with the FBI.
That's okay, that's a good endorsement right on that.
He's on parole for drug abuse.
Can you hear me now?
I think you guys need an engineer.
Can you hear us yet, Bob? They found it, huh?
It was returned from eBay. Returned to sender.
Is that right?
We hear you in Florida.
You see that? You got a fan somewhere. Check.
Bob's Fit Tree on Franklin. Were you able to look at that one yet? Just the trimming, 300. Okay. She had asked me. Okay, thank you. It doesn't need maybe just like 2 small ones on the bottom. Yeah, but when it's, yeah.
Call to order the Common Council meeting for July 11th, 2017 at 5:30 PM. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams.
Here.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Here.
Councilmember Gonzalez.
Here.
Councilmember Shikala.
Here.
Councilmember Elijah Wishin.
Present. Please stand for a pledge of allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'm going to do certification of the prior meetings first.
This is to certify that an official copy of the minutes of the Common Council meeting of Tuesday, June 20th, 2017, and Friday, June 30th, 2017, was presented to the mayor on Tuesday, June 27, 2017, and Tuesday, July 11, 2017. Pursuant to Section 3.03 of the Dunkirk City Charter, all items presented to the mayor are now in full force and effect. In witness whereof, I have hereto set my hand and seal of the city of Dunkirk, New York, this 11th day of July 2017.
I need a motion dispensing with the reading of the minutes. Councilman Williams with the first, Councilman Gonzalez with the second. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Gonzalez.
Aye.
Councilmember Shikala.
Aye.
Councilmember Elijah Wishin.
Aye. Before we continue, I believe Mr. Gonzalez has a motion he'd like to make.
Yes, I'd like the motion to go into executive session to talk about collective negotiations pursuant to the Article 14 of the Civil Service Law.
Councilman Gonzalez has a motion to go in executive session. Do I have a second? Councilman Bamanto, clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Gonzalez.
Aye.
Councilmember Shikawa.
Aye.
Councilmember Elijah Wishin.
Aye. I ask that Mr. Gonzalez please inform the city clerk of the beginning and end times and the first and seconds during.
Gotcha.
And no other action will be taken.
Hey.
There'll be another Kings going on.
So
Tape and 11 witnesses.
Confiscate
I'm
gonna confiscate the tape.
gonna hit you on the other side, just even it out.
They said go erase it.
Do that again. Mr. Bills. Good afternoon. Thank you very much.
For the speed. I went 6 on this.
Oh, yeah. Because they were all uncomfortable. Just at 39 and going to the house of James. One side of the street is drinking and walk through the street. Yeah. Get an automatic shot.
Mark was in it, I'm getting all right. There you go. Good job.
You're on, Mark.
There you go.
Yeah, put out the I-11. Yeah. And
This is my time, okay?
Mike, would you mind putting this back in the magazine, right? That's it, you got the basket.
Good luck. I'll be back up if you need it.
Going in there.
Yeah. Hey, Al, I went and looked down, there is a sign still there, but it's so faded.
For the folks at home, I'd like to inform you that the council is out in executive session. They've been out for about 20 minutes. This is live, by the way. Everything we're doing on Access 12. And so we're just waiting for them to come back. You just have to bear with us and we'll get the rest of the meeting on.
Job, Mr. Pierce.
Mice and men. Oh, whoa.
Robert's rule. For God's sakes.
Is that Robert E. Peterson?
You're out of line, mister.
I never got in line.
Your 3 minutes are up.
Thank you.
I almost got
That's
Lily.
usually him.
I almost got Lily in the among the smoke. Whoa.
What?
Going to the
Oh.
She didn't like sleeping in the tent.
She's on vacation when Ned goes in, she sleeps.
Like she's just her and the dog.
Why did I take it out? Gonna help? Yeah. It was cold that day. It was cold. I did see that. Stand up from the door.
No, we weren't worried about it. We started moving.
Yeah.
So we kind of waiting for that club it. But that thing's moving, isn't it, really hard? Mark, when you left the house, did you have
She's jammed these two are facing her back.
Look that up, it's like when I was in college, 15 minutes ago, the professor would show up, okay, then she
What page are you at this rate?
Let me know how that works out for you. I'm sorry, Chief, that might be a good idea.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
No problem.
You have a choice. You can either hear or be. Oh, God. She'll be talking. I might go. Wow. See that bus coming? Because you threw it right underneath it. I was set.
How that work?
Either I will or Stacy will.
Just waiting on the mayor.
I can't vote on it. But I won't pay. We would have had that fires, but there were some issues. Okay.
You guys want me to get started without him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Call to order. We restart, I guess, the Common Council meeting for July 11th, 2017. Executive session is now ended. Councilman Gonzalez will present the city clerk with the first and seconds, closing and openings. And we will reassume the Common Council meeting where we left off at number 3, reading of the privilege of the floor regulations.
The privilege of the floor shall be extended to any person appearing for themselves, in which case the individual shall be limited to 3 minutes, and to any person representing a group who shall be limited to 5 minutes. When recognized, please stand and state your name and address. The city clerk shall have the duty of maintaining such time limits, and the councilman at large may determine in his discretion whether individuals are speaking for themselves or representing groups. Councilman at large volition shall maintain good order and may require any speaker to cease speaking if remarks are made in bad taste or are slanderous or non-germane to any action taken or contemplated by council. The time limit specified above shall be strictly adhered to, except that a speaker may be allowed to complete a statement or thought started before such time has expired.
With that said, privilege of the floor is now open. If anybody wishes to speak, please step forward to the microphone and state your name and address.
My name is Chantal Gatto. I live at 65 Lakeshore Drive East, Dunkirk, New York. I'm representing a group called Community Works in the area. Later on in discussion from Bobby House, you'll hear how we are trying to come together as volunteers and resurface some of the park areas in order to draw more attention for our children to those areas instead of in the streets. Basically, we're just a group of miscellaneous individuals in the area from various different backgrounds, and we're just trying to do something for the city, for our children. We've noticed that our children are starting to pay attention to the wrong types of things in the area, and we're just trying to refocus them to the family life and sports and stuff like that that they need in order to get them out of the street. So, Bob will reiterate later as to what we had. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else wishing to speak, please step forward to the microphone and state your name and address.
I'm Valerie Champlin. My address is 133 Forest Place, Fredonia. It's also 528 Park Avenue, Dunkirk. I'm here representing Revitalize Dunkirk and to invite the public to our second BYOC event, which is Bring Your Own Chair event. And this one is going to be this Sunday, the 16th of July at Wright Park. It's a free event. We're also hopefully going to have kite flying at this one, if the weather cooperates. So kite flying will obviously be before sunset, and then we'll set up our chairs and enjoy another beautiful sunset. We'd like to also thank the City of Dunkirk and the Mayor and the Department of Public Works and the Firemen's Department and the Police Department, who am I forgetting, for last month's BYOC, because in conjunction with our event in June at the Point, we had that wonderful bonfire. So we attracted pyromaniacs from all throughout Chautauqua County, and we had over 100 people there, so it was great. So BYOC is a family affair. It's free. We don't go around to people saying, oh, you need to join Revitalize Dunkirk, here's an application. Just come with families, come with your chair, come with a water or a soft drink. There's no alcohol. It's just to enjoy our beautiful sunsets. We'll also have one in August and one in September. So we'll be inviting the public to those as well. Have any questions? And Mark Woods and I will demonstrate the lizard dance from the 1970s.
Thank you.
We all definitely appreciate you saying that last part especially. And he will be remembering that part of the conversation for many months to come. We won't let him forget it, that's for sure. Anybody else wishing to speak, please step forward to the microphone and state your name and address.
Good evening, James Fisher, 96 West 5th Street. I'll be speaking on the petition for paving West 5th Street that's on tonight's agenda. I knocked on doors and talked to people on the streets between Woodrow and Central Avenue and 4th and 6th Street. There's an overwhelming opinion expressed by many that 5th Street needs to be paved properly. As a primary street of travel in the city, it is in deplorable condition for traffic. I've seen others and drove down this street myself, avoiding craters by driving the opposite lane of traffic. For years, I've seen the street patched again and again, many times at the same spot, with the process just being repeated with one improvement after another winter. I have pictures of the conditions of this street if anyone would like to see them. No?
I think we have some of those photos too.
There seems to be a step in the direction of promoting development, business, and real estate in our city lately. So we should work on fixing or improving our aging infrastructure. This would create a strong foundation for any future development, and create a positive reaction from city residents, and encourage a positive view for new residents or visitors to our city. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, James.
Thank you. Anybody else wishing to speak, please step forward to the microphone and state your name and address.
Settlemyer, 152 West 5th Street, Dunkirk. I really don't have a problem. I just want to address this to Chief Orlano, thanking you for all that you do for our city, your whole force. They need to be commended. But I can't imagine doing what they do day in and day out the same. And I just want to thank you and pass it along to all your officers and everybody else who's connected to the police department. And also, I have a comment about the zoning officer. I'd like to thank you for helping clean up neighborhoods. It's a shame that adults have to be told to clean up the garbage on a regular basis and keep the properties in good looking order. And I just want to thank you for all that you do. And for anybody else that helps to keep our city beautiful, because it is beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Anybody else wishing to speak, please step forward to the microphone and state your name and address. Last chance. Anybody else wishing to speak, please step forward to the microphone, state your name and address. Seeing none, privilege of the floor is now closed. Number 5, communications from the mayor, including disapproval messages.
Just have a few updates for council. Yesterday, we had finally the kickoff meeting with the New York State Restructuring Board. Everything went well. We had a 2-hour meeting here. Tim Ryan from the Division of Budget, who's the secretary to that board, was here in the city with his staff. And board member is Senator Young. She was also here and part of the meeting, as well as our county executive. I also invited Mayor Landis from the Village of Fredonia, who attended as well. And our department heads were involved in it. We have a better understanding now of what the restructuring board program is, and we look forward to working with them. I also wanted to let you know that today we had the executive director of the Minority and Women Business Enterprises for New York State. They do boot camps throughout the state, and for the first time in Chautauqua County, we had one here in the city of Dunkirk. And our development department actually hosted this for us. If she could just comment on that.
Yeah, representatives from New York State's Division of Minority and Women-Owned Business Development came and offered 3 sessions of training today. These training sessions included Train the Trainer, MWBE Certification Made Easy Workshop, and one-on-one sessions with the businesses that were signed up. This was very successful, and it helped many businesses that are interested in becoming an MWBE certified business. A lot of times we go out to meet that 30% MWBE requirement in different communities across New York State, and it's key that we get our women and minority businesses within our area of New York certified so that we can support our local economy. So we had a lot of great businesses that came out today and participated, and looking forward to them becoming certified businesses. And if you are a minority or women-owned business that wants to become certified, our department got trained on helping with the guidance of becoming certified. So please reach out to our department and we'll get you into that certification program.
And again, one of the things that I noticed is that even with us in the city of Dunkirk, when we go out to bid, there's only a certain amount of businesses that can bid on our projects because they have to meet these certification requirements. So this was important to have businesses from our area become certified so that we can provide business to these businesses that are here in our area. And then the other thing was that I invited our special events coordinator to just give you a quick report and answer questions on the festivities of last week.
Yeah. We had a wonderful turnout for the air show. The Thursday before the air show, obviously there was already some people here because we broke some numbers for that show on the Thursday music on the Beer Summer Concert Series. Between the 6-day event, I would say on Sunday for the air show we had over 20,000 people there. That's not counting the previous day with the weather. We had less people, but I would say it topped last year's numbers. Also, all the hotels were sold out. I actually had to give my own room out to a couple from Pittsburgh so they could stay. We met people from all over the United States, and it was a fun event, thrilling, exciting, commendable were some of the adjectives that were used by tourists and residents alike. It was a fine event, a fine effort by all department heads, Department of Public Works. I can name all the police and fire and safety. It was just a nice collaboration and a wonderful event for the city of Dunkirk. It's nice to see that we can do something of this caliber when all departments work together. Also very proud to have acknowledged our first state high jump winner, and that was Miss Hanlon, Emily Hanlon, I believe her name was, and we presented her with a plaque, and recognized also our #1 sponsor here, Dan Ryan, with a plaque during the festivities. It was a fine act. I think the women got the guys this time by Patty Wagstaff put on one heck of a show. She was doing so many rolls in the air. And the public really reacted to the thrilling show. So it was all positive. Every way that you can look at it, it was a positive event. And, some of the vendors came from Buffalo when they sold out of food. It was just, any which way you look at it, this was a positive event for the city of Dunkirk. And I'm very proud to be part of it.
Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mayor. Number 6, communications from the public and petitions.
Petition from residents of West 5th Street and nearby streets in the city of Dunkirk to have the city pave West 5th Street from Central Avenue to Woodrow Avenue.
Any discussion, council? Councilmember Monto?
Yes, I'd like to thank all the residents who signed this petition. Mr. Fisher, I think you were out there passing these petitions out. I agree with everybody that that street needs to be something done immediately if we could. I'm not too happy about it. I've been bringing it up at all the DPW meetings since probably March. So hopefully soon. Thank you.
Any further discussion? This petition will be received and filed. Number 2.
Request from Pastor Omar Cosme on behalf of Iglesia Cristiana Clínica del Alma Incorporated to hold an outdoor church service in front of City Hall on July 21st, 2017 from 5 p.m. until 9 p.m.
Any discussion, council? Seeing none, I need a motion to refer this to the appropriate departments as well as approve subject to appropriate insurances and usual conditions. Councilman Gonzalez with the first, Councilman Williams with the second. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Belmonto?
Aye.
Councilmember Gonzalez?
Aye.
Councilmember Shikawa?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Voisin.
Aye. Number 3, our loudspeaker applications. We do have 3 applications before us. I have asked the clerk to read all 3 of them off individually, but we will be voting on them as one.
Pastor Omar Cosme on behalf of Iglesia Cristiana Clínica del Alma Incorporated to use microphones, speakers, keyboard, bass, and other instruments during an outdoor service in front of City Hall on July 21st, 2017 from 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. Adrian Olvaria on behalf of Iglesia Movimiento Pentecostal Arca de Salvación Incorporated to use musical instruments and microphones during outdoor services in their church parking lot at 310 Eagle Street on July 28, 2017, August 25, 2017, and September 8, 2017 from 5 p.m. until 9 p.m. Paulette Pecos on behalf of Blessed Mary Angela Parish to have a band at the Blessed Angela Annual Festival, 324 Townsend Street on August 13, 2017 from 12 p.m. until 4 p.m.
Any discussion on any of those, council? Seeing none, I need a motion to refer to the appropriate departments as well as approve subject to appropriate insurances and usual conditions. First by Councilman Williams, second by Councilwoman Shikawa. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Belmonto?
Aye.
Councilmember Gonzalez?
Aye.
Councilmember Shikawa?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Voisin.
Aye. Number 4.
Notice of claim from Benito de Jesus for alleged false and defamatory statements resulting in termination of employment and damage to his reputation.
I need a motion to refer this to our legal department.
So moved.
Councilman Gonzalez with the first, Councilman Williams with the second. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Belmonto.
Aye.
Councilmember Gonzalez.
Aye.
Councilmember Shikawa.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Voisin.
Aye. Reports of standing committees, boards, and commissions. Councilman Williams.
Director Bankowski, can you give us an update on the 200 block of Columbus?
Yes, we were there on site today. The site was dug up again. This will be the 3rd time. We found nothing underground that was causing the supposed water leak. It was determined by myself and our staff that some runoff to the railroad berm and from the backyards where there used to be houses. Once we had the hole dug and it opened up, there was no water in there, but you can see the water running from the backyard into the hole. So we found one old lateral that was plugged. There was nothing coming out of that. And the old water shut off that we made sure that it was tight and closed. As far as
Okay, thank you. Also, Director Bankowski, we talked previously about a tree on East 2nd Street The woman's waiting at 124. The woman's still waiting on that one. She wants to do something with her driveway, and she can't do that until the tree's removed.
It's on the list. We just haven't gone out to really cut any trees at all. We've been doing a lot of drainage work. Just got done replacing a big drainage line on Road Street by All-Star Ambulance. It's pretty much took us a week to do that. We've been working on water main break repairs around the city.
All right, thank you. I don't know if it would be the mayor or Rebecca or somebody. Is there any update on NRG or Athenex on anything going on with either of those two?
Met with Senator Young yesterday. We had discussion on the NRG. She's assured us not only that NRG is going to repower, but they have a written agreement. The state has a written agreement with NRG. She's also attempting to work with the state on making us whole for the duration of time that it takes to repower. So that's good news.
That's great news.
And as far as Athenex, my understanding is that that's still a project that's going to happen. I don't have any further update other than it was supposed to happen. I believe they were waiting for the governor to free up some time to be out here for it.
I know a lot of city residents are anxious to see some shovels in the ground, so if we had any other news, that'd be good.
Just as my legislator hat on, just confirm what the mayor just said. We're just waiting for the governor to free up some time in the schedule to come out. We've already reached out about setting up some venue there for the groundbreaking.
Okay, thank you. Last week I was able to take a tour of the Hose 1 building with Director Bankowski. Is what would be a process that we could use to try to get Access 12 in there?
I spoke with Mr. Peterson prior to the meeting. Access 12 has never toured the facility yet. We're going to try to set that up tomorrow for Access 12 to tour it and see if that is appropriate for them.
Okay, thank you.
It should be appropriate for them.
Right. It looked at it. It looked in a lot better condition on the inside than I thought from on the outside, so it looked pretty good in there. We have, since I'll be missing next week's meeting, I want to remind everybody that our next DPW committee meeting will be July 25th at 4 o'clock in the mayor's conference room. And then I guess the only other question I'd have would be for Mr. Woods to explain that lizard dance, but we'll hear that later. That's all. Thank you.
Councilman Bamonto, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Just wanted to echo on what Hector Rosas says about the weekend with everybody getting together. We had a great turnout. Thanks for everybody that's coming. Thanks for everybody from out of town that came down. It was a great show. Everybody got together, including the DPW. They were all out there Saturday, Sunday. I even see them go back and forth to the barns. They worked really hard, along with the police and the fire. So, thanks. That's it.
Thank you. Councilman Gonzalez?
Well, I just happened to be in Daytona Beach when the air show was going on. I had a friend stream it to me via Facebook, and it was excellent. It was very. As I saw the people, I saw more people than were there before. And as I was showing it to some of the people that were around me, and I was telling them where this was going on, and that we're trying to do this as often as we can. And they were asking me, well, how much do people have to pay to go see the show? It's a completely free show provided by our city. And he says, nobody does that. And I said, but we do that. So I thank you for the person that sent me the link to see it while I was down there. Also like to ask the chief of police. I'm getting a lot of complaints in regards to loud noise from the cars, music blaring all over the place. I like music just like the next guy, but I like to listen to it in my own home, in my own time, I don't need my neighbor to listen to my music. How are we enforcing that? How are we going about that?
If our officers come across it, they will write noise violations, and they have them writing.
I'm getting complaints. It's not only happening on my block; it's happening in quite a few other places. And I'm hoping that as the officers see it, they're addressing it and giving the ticket on spot.
They are. I mean, and people are facing that situation. Tell them to call with us. Give us a description of the vehicle or where they're at.
Okay. Also, I'd like to thank Mr. Benkowski for taking care of that situation on Greg Coyne. Appreciate it. The next economic development meeting will be on July the 31st at 4 p.m. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Councilman Gonzalez. Councilwoman Shikawa.
Mr. Bankowski, we talked about redoing some of the basketball courts and soccer fields and dressing things up a little bit. I did get a call about the pole on the 4th Street basketball. The light doesn't work. The light's been replaced a few times. I guess there's a pole there. I didn't have a chance to drive by myself, but if you could check out the lighting on the 4th Street one. Again, I didn't have a chance to drive by. I usually do, so I know what I'm talking about, but this came as I was on my way to the meeting today. And do you have any updates on the Benton Street tank cleanup?
As far as we went up there and did some weed whacking around it, try to clean it up a little bit, but it's part of the final phase of the Benton Street project that once the electrical contractor is done, they're doing all the site repair and remediation, putting all the fence and everything back up once they're done.
Okay.
Those are part of their bid.
We'll be having a public safety meeting on July 26th at 4 o'clock in the conference room. It is open to the public. And to the city attorney, we'll need to put a resolution in for the next meeting, changing the first meeting in August, which should be August 1st. We should be changing that to July 31st due to the National Night Out program.
The original date was August 1st?
August 1st, the first Tuesday of August, and that's National Night Out. So instead of us being at here, instead of at National Night Out, we'll change that to July 31st at the same time, 5 o'clock. Workshop, 5:30.
For the full council meeting?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you, Councilwoman Shikawa. Mr. Bankowski, just wanted to give you a heads up, 102 Moffett Street, sewer grate in the backyard. I can see why it took so long. That thing it's beyond my expectations, by far. So, very nice. Great job. Great job. And also, I'd like to reiterate what Hector said about the 6 days of fun we had down on the waterfront. If there was ever a time to be proud in the city of Dunkirk, those were the 6 days to be proud in the city of Dunkirk. The weather, the people, the entertainment, anything and everything that was going on along that waterfront. I have quite a few employees of mine that are grad students at Fredonia State, and I invited them down for that whole 6-day period, and they were absolutely shocked at what we had to offer down here. They didn't even know it existed, and they live right down on Brigham Road Apartments, and they didn't even know this existed down here. So I invited them down for the 6 days, and they were just shocked at what we had down here. So, like I said, Hector, great job from everybody on your team, your whole department, the streets department, everything. It was an awesome, awesome 6 days. So if there's ever a time to be proud of Dunkirk, that was it. Number 8, unfinished business. Yes.
You asked me to comment on a couple of them.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
The fourth ward playground is almost completed, other than some caps on poles and so on and so forth. And the wood chips have been ordered today to go around the border. That is done. Our new garbage truck was delivered on Monday. We're taking it back last Thursday. This coming Monday, we have the sales rep that's going to come in to do a hands-on demonstration with our garbage crew on the proper use of operation of the truck.
When will that be in service first?
It'll be Tuesday.
Tuesday? Okay.
And since there's no recycling on Monday, the first day it'll be out of the next Tuesday. And speak on Ms. Delgado, reached out from her group, which is called Community Works. They already have done one repair at the Wright Park basketball courts. What she was expanding on is they came in and they repainted the lines on the ground, painted the poles, nets, just kind of gave it a nice stiff up, cleaned everything up for us. Now they would like to do the other 3 courts that we have in the city. One is on 4th Street, the other one will be on Townsend by the new playground, and Pangola Street. Those are just single courts. They're going to come in. It's not going to cost the city nothing. All their paint and their time is all donated and volunteered. The only thing they have to come in, and I already told Ms. Delgado, we have now insurance forms for the group leader to fill out. Anybody who's going to be helping has to sign the waiver form and turn those back in before any work is to be done.
Great. Thank you for the updates, Bob. And Delgado or Salgado? Delgado. Thank you very much and all your helpers for everything that you guys have been doing. It makes a difference. It really does. And it's obviously very well publicized too, so that makes it even better, and hopefully it'll grow bigger because of that. So.
Right now I have almost 20 volunteers.
That's great.
So
Good.
gotta get something.
Thank you very much for everything. Number 8, unfinished business. Number 48.
Resolution creating a position of Spanish-speaking firefighter.
Do I have a motion to take this off the table? Do I have a motion to take this off the table? Seeing none, it sits on the table. Number 9, pre-filed resolutions.
61, resolution wastewater treatment plant improvement project standardization.
Any discussion, council? Roll call.
Councilmember Williams? Aye. Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Gonzalez?
Aye.
Councilmember Shikawa?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Volusia.
Aye. Number 62.
Resolution authorizing budget line modifications for fiscal year 2017.
Any discussion, council? Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Gonzalez?
Aye.
Councilmember Shikawa?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Volusia.
Aye.
63, resolution authorizing financing of fire radios.
Any discussion, council? Seeing none, clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
Aye.
Councilmember Gonzalez?
Aye.
Councilmember Shikawa?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Volusia.
Aye. Number 10, new business. We have 2 walk-in resolutions this evening.
Number 64, 2017, ratification of agreement between the City of Dunkirk and the Dunkirk Professional Firefighters Association Incorporated Local 616 from January 1, 2017 to December 31st, 2020.
Council? Mr. Williams?
Yeah, due to some uncontrollable circumstances, we were not able to receive a financial impact statement for this contract, proposed contract. Therefore, I'd like to make the motion to table this resolution.
There's a motion to table on the floor. Do I have a second for a motion to table? Councilwoman Shikawa with the motion, or the second, I'm sorry. Clerk, call the roll to the tabling.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto?
No.
Councilmember Gonzalez?
Nay.
Councilmember Shikawa?
Aye.
Councilmember Elijah Wisham?
Aye. Resolution is tabled. Number 65.
Creating the requirement of at least one bilingual Spanish-English speaking firefighter moving forward.
Any discussion, council? I would just like to add, some of you obviously were not aware of this. This is something that was just recently created. You might be a little confused by looking at number 48 on the agenda versus number 65 on the agenda. Just as an explanation, due to the way that the 2 resolutions were worded, number 48 created an additional position, which would have been an additional job. That was not the intention originally when this was brought up. It was not to create an additional position and an additional job. It was just to create the requirement so we can have a Spanish-speaking firemen within the existing ranks and force. So that's why 48 stayed on the table, because we do not want to create another position and job, and that's why 65 was created and reworded so that it created the requirement and not the position. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay? Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Gonzalez.
Aye.
Councilmember Shikawa.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Volusia.
Aye. Resolution passes. Seeing no more new business, number 11, motion to adjourn. Councilwoman Shikawa with the first. Councilman Gonzalez with the second. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Bamanto.
Aye.
Councilmember Gonzalez.
Aye.
Councilmember Shikawa.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Volusia.
Aye. Meeting adjourned.